Hey everyone, and welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into something pretty exciting, a partnership that's changing the game for IoT connectivity across Canada.
That's right, Mark. We're talking about Terrestar Solutions and Monogoto teaming up to create this hybrid IoT network. It's cellular and times satellite, which, for someone who's struggled with spotty Wi-Fi in the middle of nowhere, this sounds amazing.
Oh man, tell me about it. I remember trying to upload a photo from a camping trip once. It took like an hour. This is way times better. So basically what's happening is they're merging terrestrial cellular networks with satellite connectivity. Think of it like having a backup generator for your internet, except the generator is in space.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. So my phone, or I guess my IoT device, can switch between regular cell towers and asterisk satellites? How does that even work?
That's the cool part. It's all thanks to these three GPPN NTN NB-IoT standards. See, usually satellite and cellular don't play ball on the same device. But these new standards are like a universal translator for IoT networks. They're making it so devices can seamlessly hop between the two. Terrestar is using their 40 MHz S-band spectrum, which is a fancy way of saying they have this chunk of radio waves perfect for reaching those satellites.
So it's like having a super-powered walkie-talkie that can reach space? I'm picturing farmers in the middle of Saskatchewan suddenly getting perfect internet.
Exactly. Think agriculture, mining, energy, all these industries that operate in remote areas where regular cell service just doesn't cut it. They can now track equipment, monitor sensors, and get real-time data from anywhere.
That's fascinating. But how does it, practically times work? Are we talking about giant satellite dishes on tractors?
Not at all. It's designed for existing, low-power IoT devices. The magic is in the network infrastructure and the software. Monogoto brings their cloud-based platform to the table, which handles all the complex switching between networks. It's all API defined, so it's super flexible and programmable.
API defined. So, for the non-techies among us.
Right, getting into the weeds here. Think of APIs as little messengers that let different software systems talk to each other. In this case, they're telling the network, hey, this device is in a cellular dead zone, switch it over to satellite. And it happens automatically.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like a smart network that figures out the best way to keep things connected. And I saw that they're aiming for a price point of under $5 per month per device? That seems surprisingly affordable.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Traditional satellite connectivity can be expensive. By combining it with cellular and sharing infrastructure, they're bringing the cost way down, which opens up IoT to a lot more businesses and applications.
It's kind of like, when you have unlimited data, but it gets throttled after a certain point? This is like unlimited data times everywhere, even on top of a mountain.
That's a great analogy. And it's not just about convenience. It's about enabling new possibilities. Think about environmental monitoring in remote areas, or tracking assets across vast supply chains. This unlocks a whole new level of efficiency and insight.
You know what this reminds me of? Those sci-fi movies where everyone has instant communication, no matter where they are. We're getting closer to that reality, aren't we?
We are, and this partnership is a big step in that direction. It's also a big win for Canada. Terrestar is the only Canadian operator doing this, so it puts them, and the country, at the forefront of this technology.
So what's the catch? There's always a catch, right?
Well, it's still early days. The full commercial rollout is planned for the second half of 2025, but the technology has been successfully tested, and the potential is huge. The biggest challenge might be scaling up the infrastructure to meet the demand.
I can already hear our listeners thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how does it compare to other satellite IoT providers?
That's a fair question. There are other players in the space, like Skylo, but this partnership is unique in its hybrid approach and its focus on the Canadian market, and it uses a unified standard, that 3GPP standard we spoke about. It's the only one doing that in Canada.
So it's like the early days of the internet, but for IoT. Lots of potential, lots of innovation, and a few hurdles to overcome.
Exactly. And it's exciting to see Canada playing a leading role in this. It's not just about connecting devices. It's about connecting communities, enabling businesses, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Another exciting development, Mark. Thanks for breaking it all down for us.
Anytime, Jenny. I can't help but share these exciting developments. And I'm looking forward to seeing this network, this times hybrid times network, grow and evolve.